Aaron, Verdugo told me on the field he didn't have a doubt with Gonzalez there in the ninth inning, but he made it a little dramatic with that final play. What are you thinking as that's unfolding?
Well, as he's running after it, it's kind of in slow motion in my mind. So I'm just like, please stick the landing and let's get on with it and outlast him today. So good job of obviously sticking that landing and securing the win. So good job by him, especially going through a tough spot of the order there.
What made him the right guy there in the ninth inning?
Just obviously being a little bit short today, and with Dennis getting long there in the eighth, comfortable with Victor in a lot of situations, and he's kind of got that slow heartbeat and trust him a lot. Typically I like to get him in there against lefties. Knew that wasn't going to be the case today, just with where we were knowing going into today, but another great job by him. When you say short, just guys weren't like Clay and Ian not available, or are they okay health-wise? Yeah, they're okay.
And then with Luis Gil today, career-high 9 strikeouts, just what adjustments did he make coming into this afternoon that allowed him to cut down on those walks?
Yeah, I think just, again, being a little more mindful delivery-wise, kind of square shoulders, and I thought right from the start, with Yandy, Yandy who's, scuffling right now, but we know how great of a hitter he is, and also how patient of a hitter he is, filling up the zone. Made him work hard that first at bat of the game, but he was filling up the strike zone, aggressive with his fastball, and he really did that all game. Probably ran out a little steam there at the end with the 2 walks, but it's a really good peek at how good he is when he is filling up the strike zone.
Gary.
Alex has gotten on a nice stretch here. How's he look to you? Alex Verdugo has gotten on a nice stretch. How's he look to you now compared to maybe the opening early
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like he's kind of been, kind of solid the whole way. He's having important at-bats at certain times. I don't necessarily feel like he's gotten hot yet by any means. I mean, when he's hot, he starts squaring it up all the time. Today, obviously 3 hits. The first one a little bit of a, that you can't throw it out there better at third with the shift on, but really big at bat there in the inning where we scored a bunch of runs. I loved how he was aggressive early and jumped them, and then really good at bat going the other way as last time. So I feel like it's kind of been in line with where he's been. When he really gets going, then you start to see those line drives 2, 3, 4 times a day. Almost got another one that Arozarena ran down the gap that I think he just missed a little bit, but I don't think it's much different than. I feel like his season has been kind of consistent there.
You feel like he got a little unlucky at the very beginning?
No, not necessarily. No. I mean, he's been, I think, just consistent. Like, he's had some big at-bats for us, some key at-bats for us, obviously. But I feel like he's been fairly consistent.
Eric and Ron.
What did you see on the first balk that they called on Heel? Got the Rays running?
Yeah, I think he just kind of stepped to the side a little bit instead of stepping back.
Ron, if you can pass it behind you when you're done.
When you guys optioned Luis out at the beginning of spring training, did you, Matt, sit down with him and say, look, don't worry, your time will come?
Not really. I mean, I basically told him I didn't realize he was as far as long, not injury-wise. Knew he was through the injury. But it was more me wanting him to go down there and get into a normal routine, like, not have to fight for innings in big leagues camp. I wanted him to get on his normal, regular routine as quickly as possible and have a normal build-up as normal as possible, knowing he's going to be in play for us at some point. But, it kind of lined up with his day. When we went to Clearwater and then the next time, and he just basically said, hey, I'm ready, with his performance and how he was throwing the ball. And it was kind of undeniable. So really, he just kicked the door in.
Does his stuff look any different to you now than when you first saw him a few years ago?
I mean, I think the changeup is more advanced now. He's always had the big fastball that really plays up. But I think definitely a better feel for the secondary, especially the changeup now.
It looked like he kind of stared down the ump after that balk inning. Is that why you jumped out of the dugout, just to get him back in?
Yeah.
Did you like how he kind of rebounded, I guess, there, not let that affect him after?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been a couple times early in the season here where I feel like things that have gone on in the game have affected Luis a little bit emotionally. And, my message to him is you can't, you can process something, take something in, but it's like we got to move on to the next pitch. And I feel like that situation maybe got the best of him a little bit. I thought he did a great job of the next time, when he's going quick, trying to, change his pace, which I'm good with, where he did the balk to second base, unaffected by it. Like all his focus went into the next pitch, and he ends up getting the strikeout. And it's like, man, these are these little lessons that keep coming up that I think are going to be good for his growth. The talent's, undeniable. It's like, man, handling these situations in game that can get you off your game. You can't allow that to happen. He's doing a better job of that, and he's had some good learning moments so far.
To the left, Max.
Aaron, Glaber ended up staying in the game, but where did he hit the foul ball off, and how is he doing?
Did you guys not have the replay?
Well, I just wanted to hear you say it.
Oh, I mean, kind of that, yeah, right there, right where it showed in the replay. No, it got him in the same place he got it the other day, and so it just kind of really hurt when it happened. Obviously, the way he went down, I was a little nervous that he was going to have to come out, but he kind of, as he got going a little bit, I think it softened up on him, and a couple of good at bats by him today, and a really good play up the middle there in the ninth.
Also, Oswaldo keeps hitting, particularly with guys in runners in scoring position too. Have you started thinking about what's going to happen playing time wise when DJ comes back?
You mean you getting ahead a week from now? It's a long way to go. So I look forward to hopefully having that problem. The biggest thing right now is Oswaldo's obviously playing a key role for us and doing a great job, and excited about where DJ is health-wise and getting ready to go on that rehab assignment. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Dave.
Aaron, in that 50 had the 3 straight walks. So Verdugo,
say it again?
In the 50 had the 3 straight walks. So obviously Verdugo's thinking he's probably going to get a pitch to hit right off the bat. The other 2 guys just went up there thinking to try to get something done. It looked like both swing at first pitches there, which is kind of unusual for 3 straight guys to do that. Just kind of in a mode, you guys, the past couple of days, struggling to score runs a little bit. You think those guys were going up there with the mindset, guys on base to...
I don't think so. I mean, I think the mindset is, just focusing on getting going and having good at bats, and we're able to really string together a lot of really good at bats in that situation. So, it's not about necessarily being passive. It's about aggressively hunting a pitch you're looking for. And I thought Savali was really good today, and the fact that they were able to kind of outlast him in some at bats and create that traffic there, and then Doogie went up there looking in a spot, got it, and delivered. So, it's, you want to have, I think these guys, through it all are trying to just have really tough at bats, and that doesn't mean you don't swing at the first pitch, but it's like, man, I'm going to go make it tough on them, and they were able to do that today, and against Savali, who again I thought he threw the ball really well today.
Ron.
Is DJ definite for Somerset on Tuesday, or does he have to be looked at tomorrow?
I think the plan is he's playing Tuesday. But he'll come. He's coming here to work tomorrow. So yeah,
and definitely Somerset.
I think it's Somerset. Yeah, I think he's going to Reading. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Aaron.
We'll hold off on talking about LeMahieu, but let's talk about Alex Verdugo and the way he came through in that 5th inning. Dave, it was a good at-bat and the good mentality after 3 straight walks to get in there looking for something to hit.
Well, we heard that one question that was posed to Aaron Boone right there, but anytime you get up with bases loaded, like you're in swing mode. Like, you're looking to attack something that is in the strike zone. Verdugo went up there after a couple of knocks, so he's probably feeling a little good in that box. Jumps on that first pitch, and then followed up by Trevino and Cabrera.
Yeah, I felt when that trade was made and Verdugo came over, he was going to be slotted maybe in that 6th, 7th spot in the lineup. And we both know that when you're game planning against a lineup for the Yankees, it's going to be Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, all those big boys, Glaber. And here comes Verdugo up there a little bit later, and it's not that you let down, but you just don't treat them the same way. So I think he's going to have a monster year hitting 7th, and Aaron Boone talked about how consistent he has been all year, but starting to heat up now and get the results.
Luis Gil picked up the win this afternoon. Nice bounce-back performance from his last start against Toronto, in which he tied a career high by walking 7. Today, just 3 walks against a career high 9 strikeouts. Let's hear from Gil about his outing.
Luis, when we talked to you after the game in Toronto, you said you were going to watch video and see what you were maybe doing mechanically that led to the walks. What did you pick up on, and what adjustments did you make coming into this afternoon?
La última vez que hablamos, no mencionaste que querías ver video, que querías sentar, tomar un tiempo, ¿verdad? Analizar qué pasó en esa salida mecánicamente. ¿Qué pudiste ver? ¿Qué ajuste más o menos pudiste hacer mecánicamente?
Bueno, de eso se trata, tú sabes, de hacer ajustes en este deporte. Eso me gusta. Cada vez que yo picho, me gusta ver videos, tú sabes, para ver las cosas que hice mal y aprender de eso, tú sabes, y seguir manteniendo lo que he hecho bien.
Yeah, you know, when you play this game, you know, this is you understand that this is a game of adjustments, you know, and I really enjoy that. You know, I enjoy watching on video what I do and pick up on the little things that are not working correctly, identify them and find a way to adjust those.
What was it about your stuff that allowed you to strike out 9, a new career high?
En esta salida de hoy pudiste punchar 9. ¿Qué tú crees que fue lo que te estuvo trabajando que pudiste lograr eso en la mayor cantidad de ponches que ha dado en Grandes Ligas?
Bueno, tú sabes que algo mecánico que arreglé un poco, tú sabes, los videos que vi, me mantuve en la línea, tú sabes, me mantuve enfocado en mantener la ocasión de picheo, tú sabes, y eso fue lo que me mantuvo ahí todo el tiempo, gracias a Dios.
Yeah, I think a combination of things, you know, you mentioned mechanics, right? So the adjustment, I think, allowed me to be more consistent executing pitches. Overall, I think that allowed me to strike out those guys today.
What was the adjustment?
Y más o menos, ¿qué ajustaste, verdad, mecánicamente?
Bueno, tú sabes, eso es algo que no me gustaría dar mucho detalle, tú sabes, sobre eso, pero fue algo mecánico que trabajé y me sentí más cómodo ahora cuando lo trabajé en la semana.
I don't want to be too specific on the mechanics adjustments, but for sure it allowed me to be more comfortable on the mound and allow me to be more consistent.
Does it seem in his mind such a long time since his last win at the majors 2.5 years ago?
Se siente un tiempo largo desde la última vez que ganaste un juego en Grandes Ligas, tomando en cuenta el tiempo que estuviste fuera. ¿Se siente así?
Bueno, se siente maravilloso. Tú sabes que mayormente uno lo que quiere es batallar cada vez que uno sale allá afuera y tratar de ayudar al equipo 100% y dar lo mejor de mí cada vez que me subo.
I mean, it feels great to be able to get the win, you know. Every time you have an opportunity like that, you just want to go out and battle, you know, and help the team. So it feels great. You know?
All those months in Tampa rehabbing, did he think about what it would feel like one day to be back here and get?
¿Te pasó por la mente, tú sabes, cuando tú estabas haciendo tu rehabilitación en Tampa, cómo se iba a sentir cuando regresara y pudiera ganar tu primer juego después de tanto tiempo fuera?
Bueno, todo el tiempo tú sabes que uno tiene lo positivo en la cabeza, todo el tiempo me mantuve enfocado, nunca me rendí, seguí trabajando fuerte y en el día de hoy, gracias a Dios, estamos aquí.
Yeah, you know, throughout that time you stay positive, you know, you keep your head up, you keep doing all the work and you know, you're looking for it to pay off and positive thoughts all around and, you know, thank God, you know, here I am today.
Luis, what was the explanation that you got on the first block that got the Rays' first run in?
La primera, según lo que te explicó el Ampaya, cuando hiciste el block que anotaron la primera carrera ellos, más o menos, ¿te acuerdas más o menos cuál fue la explicación que te dieron?
Bueno, no, tú sabes que ellos son los jurados del juego, quizás ellos vieron que yo saqué el pie mal o no lo saqué bien, tú sabes, pero uno estaba todo tranquilo y todo el tiempo enfocado, nunca perdí el enfoque.
Yeah, they're judging the game, right? So, that's their job to judge the game. I guess the way that I took out my back foot wasn't maybe clean enough. But at the end of the game, at the end of the day, you gotta stay locked in, and focus and keep doing your job out there.
Hubo un segundo walk. ¿Qué pasó en el segundo?
Y el segundo walk. Sí, ¿qué pasó? What happened on the second?
Bueno, el segundo ball, ¿sabes? Traté de hacer un poco rápido y no paré y me cantaron ball.
Yeah, I tried to be too fast there. It was a slice step and too fast without stopping. You gotta stop before you execute the pitch, and that's what they call.
Right, so Heel with 2 balks, 1 scores a run, and it was interesting to hear him talk about it, and then Aaron Boone say he's got to figure out the mental side, too. Like, you commit a balk, a run comes in, concentrate on the next pitch, Dave. Don't think about that. Don't let it get stuck in your head.
Talent is never enough, right? It takes more than talent to be able to be successful in this game for the long haul, not just one particular game, but he did mention it about that balk, that he did not allow it to affect him. And in this game, if you're a pitcher, you don't get the call or a call goes against you, you've got to take the emotion out of it and allow your talent to flow. So some of the physical adjustments that he made, I think he definitely made some adjustments physically, but between the ears, that is where it's at, and I think that's where this young man can really scale.
Yeah, the real separator between the veteran and the rookie pitcher is to slow the game down when things start moving quickly, like that balk situation. The ability of Andy Pettitte was great at this, to take a step off the mound, gather yourself, refocus, and get back after it. Bob, we talked all year when we see this guy on the mound, the development of a young pitcher, there are a lot of ups and downs, and he's starting to figure it out. It's pretty exciting.
Well, Victor Gonzalez picks up his 2nd save of the season this afternoon. He allowed a walk and a hit, and that was it. And then had that big play at the end of the game where he deflected the ball and then dove, tossing it to Anthony Rizzo at first to wrap up the Yankees' 5-4 win. Gonzalez, the numbers for the season, good all around. Here he is post-game.
Did you draw up the final out like that?
¿Tú crees que así iba a ser el último out de la salida de hoy?
No estaba pensando en eso, pero gracias a Dios salieron las cosas y salimos con la victoria.
Yeah, no, not at all. But, thank God things worked out the way we wanted, and we were able to get the victory today.
Just kind of take me through that. What's going through your mind as that is kind of unraveling? Aaron Boone said from the dugout it felt like it was happening in slow motion.
Y si nos puede contar un poquito de la jugada en sí, ya en sí cómo se desarrolla, cómo tú lo ves, qué pasa por tu mente. El dirigente nos mencionó que fue como en las últimas jugadas del juego, se sentía como que iba en cámara lenta, pero según desde tu punto de vista en esa jugada, ¿cómo tú viste cómo se desarrolló?
Bueno, nunca hago eso, pero yo creo que hoy fue una reacción que tuve. La verdad que nunca trato de agarrar una bola cuando sale hacia mí, pero bueno, me tocó hacer esa jugada el día de hoy y la verdad que gracias a Dios reaccioné a tiempo y conforme que fui a agarrar la bola estaba pendiente al corredor y yo sabía que podía hacerle out. Gracias a Dios salimos con ese out y ganamos el día de hoy.
Yeah, actually, that's something that I never do. I never try to catch a ball like that. But today it was a reaction, the way I reacted, and immediately I noticed that I was able to knock it down. And as I'm trying to get the ball and be as quick as possible, the corner of my eye I could see the runner. And I knew that I had enough time, so it was a matter of just, sticking with it and just finishing there. And, like I said, we were able to do that and get the victory today.
With Holmes and Hamilton down, Aaron Boone went to you there late in the game, not just to face lefties. Do you like that challenge of coming in the 9th inning and facing both?
Tú sabes que hoy no estaba disponible Holmes, Hamilton tampoco estaba disponible. Entra en ese juego, en esa situación donde todos eran bateadores derechos, te sientes cómodo, invita una invitación así a entrar a una situación así en la que tienes que enfrentarte con esos bateadores para hacer out.
Bueno, yo siempre lo he dicho, yo siempre voy a estar preparado ahí en el bullpen para en cualquier situación, ya sea en el 9º inning, en cualquier entrada, sean 10 carreras, 5 carreras, 1 carrera, como el día de hoy. Yo siempre voy a estar preparado mentalmente ahí, en salir a hacer mi trabajo y poder ayudar al equipo. Y siempre manteniendo la frente en alto, no importa quién vaya al home plate, sea derecho, zurdo, siempre voy a tratar de sacar out para poder ayudar al equipo.
Yeah, you know, I've always said it, you know, to me, it doesn't matter if it's the 8th or the 7th, the 9th, you know, if we're winning by a lot or by 1 run like today. The mentality that I keep is to be ready for any situation and keep level head and just try to help my team any opportunity I get. Today was a one-run game, and I was able to come in and do the job today.
It is a good day at the office for a manager when he has question marks. I have no Hamilton. I have no Holmes. What am I going to do for a closer? That's the question. The answer today, Dave, was Victor Gonzalez.
Well, we heard Aaron Boone talk about the confidence that he has in Victor Gonzalez in many situations. And for a manager, you've got to have a backup, right? Because your closer can't close every single game. We saw that happen this weekend after being used the first 2 games of the series. To be able to come in and bring a lefty who can get it done, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I always felt like the first month of the season, the roles in the bullpen were developing, right? And more importantly, the trust of the manager with certain guys in the bullpen is developing. And Aaron Boone said a slow heartbeat for Gonzalez. That to me means he knows he's got the ability to keep things calm at the back end of these games. It's a huge win for the Yankees today when your 2 best relievers were not available in a 1-run game, and Gonzalez was able to get it done.